Marius Leitdorf, famously, or rather infamously, known as the Mad Count of Aveland, is the most recent late count of the imperial province of Aveland. Marius was a fierce fighter. Many could not match his skill. Fighting with both Runefang, Mother's Ruin, in one hand and a dagger with the other. He was known as one of the finest duelists of the Empire. Probably even the best they ever had. Unfortunately, many would not remember him for his battle prowess. Instead, they will remember him for his extremely eccentric behavior. Marius suffered from extreme mood swings, where for weeks on end, he would be in various states of rage, depression, and mania. A fact which not only worried his subjects, but his fellow Elector Counts, and the Emperor himself. His subjects did worry about him, and potentially their own fates, should the Mad Count finally snap. But they somewhat also trusted him. See, while the Mad Count did have his spouts of extreme emotion, there are also weeks of lucidity, where Marius was said to be a skilled artist and inventor, almost as he were a master of both trades. Marius has caused many problems within the Empire, often quarrelling with other Elector Counts, sometimes engaging in skirmishes against them during his bouts of rage, one of which saw Marius enslaving the local halflings, which eventually led to a halfling rebellion and a civil war in Aveland. Naturally, the Emperor, Karl Franz, took notice of these events and tried to persuade, or rather keep Marius in check, sending advisors to influence the Count and to try to keep his bouts of rage in check. The Emperor eventually got to properly know Marius. He was a madman, yes, but he was a good man, a skilled military leader that was indeed an asset to the Empire, and last but not least, a trusted friend. With Karl Franz holding Marius in such a trusted position that many would dream of for themselves, Marius unfortunately met his end during a massive greenskin invasion of Aveland. Thankfully, Karl Franz had been notified of this invasion, where a defensive force was quickly mustered. The combined armies of Aveland, Reichland, and Altdorf stood side by side, hoping to repel this horde before they destroyed Aveland and had free reign to rampage across the Empire. Marius, in an act of desperation, or perhaps one of his bouts of rage, mustered his forces for a deadly charge against the Greenskins, in an attempt to slay the war boss and disperse the Greenskin tide. Sadly, he was slain, but he managed to weaken the war boss enough for Karl Franz to slay him. The war boss was killed, the Greenskins now routed, Aveland was saved, and Marius Leitdorf, the Mad Count of Aveland, died a hero. But with that, my friends, we've come to the end of our lore video. Thank you so much for watching, and if you did enjoy the video, might I suggest giving the video a like, or even subscribing to the channel, as it really does help us out. Once again, thank you so much for watching, and I shall see you all again very, very soon.